Have you ever asked yourself, why am I here? Why do I live, work, and act the way I do every day? It's a question we all find ourselves pondering at some point in life. The search for meaning is a deeply personal journey, one that often feels elusive or unclear. Yet despite the overwhelming nature of this search, the truth remains everyone has a purpose in life. We are all here for a reason that is unique to us. But how do we discover that reason? How do we find the true essence of who we are and what we're meant to do in this world? Today, I'm going to share with you the first step to awaken your life's purpose, the first and most important step to discovering who you truly are. This isn't just about identifying what you're good at or what you enjoy doing in your free time. It's about tapping into a deeper layer of yourself, a layer that connects to the core of who you are as a person, your values, your beliefs, and the things that truly matter to you. Awakening your life's purpose isn't a one-time event, it's a continuous evolving process. But it all starts with one simple question. What do you want your life to stand for? If you're feeling confused or uncertain about why you do what you do, don't worry, you're not alone. Many of us go through life simply following the motions, getting caught up in routines and obligations, and without ever pausing to question whether those things are truly in line with our deeper purpose. It's easy to get lost in the noise of the world around us, distracted by the expectations placed on us by society, by family, by friends, and sometimes even by ourselves. We forget to ask ourselves the most important question. What is the purpose behind all of this? What is the bigger picture that ties it all together? But here's the good news. It's never too late to begin this journey of self-discovery. Finding your life's purpose is a journey, and like any journey, the first step is always the most crucial. This first step sets the direction, the foundation for everything that follows. It's not about having all the answers right now, but about being open to exploring and learning more about yourself. This is where true change begins. When you take the time to reflect on your life, to think deeply about what matters to you, you open up the possibility for growth, for new understanding, and for the clarity you've been searching for. The journey to uncovering your purpose doesn't happen overnight, but the first step is the one that initiates everything. If you're uncertain about what that first step looks like, don't be afraid. It's perfectly normal to feel lost, especially when you're trying to uncover something as profound as your life's purpose. We live in a world full of distractions, full of external pressures, and it's easy to feel like we're not on the right path. But the key to discovering your purpose is to trust yourself and to trust the process. You don't have to have everything figured out right away. Sometimes the path unfolds one small step at a time, and that's okay. So if you're feeling unsure or overwhelmed, remember that you are not alone. Many others have walked this path, and the only way forward is through. Start small. Start with asking yourself questions like, what makes me feel alive? What brings me joy? What values do I hold most dear? These simple yet powerful questions can serve as a compass guiding you toward greater self-awareness and clarity. As you continue on this journey, I encourage you to remain patient and compassionate with yourself. Understand that the search for your purpose is a process, and it's okay to not have all the answers right now. What matters is that you are asking the right questions and that you are committed to the process of self-discovery. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back from exploring the possibilities and potential within yourself. You are capable of uncovering the answers you seek. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on self-discovery and living with meaning. Every journey begins with the first step, and I'm excited to help guide you as you take yours. Together we can explore the incredible possibilities of life and the purpose that awaits each and every one of us. The first step to awakening your life's purpose is understanding yourself. If we think about it, we spend so much time in our lives trying to meet the expectations of others, chasing after the approval of society, and adapting ourselves to fit into molds that were never really designed for us. We focus on what we should do, how we should behave, what success should look like. But what if instead of focusing on what the world expects of us, we turned inward and focused on ourselves? What if we asked ourselves what truly matters to me? What do I believe in? What do I love to do? When you begin to ask yourself these questions, you're starting to embark on the journey to discovering your core values. Your core values are the essential beliefs, principles, and passions that define who you are as a person. These values are what guide your decisions, shape your behavior, and influence your life choices. They are not something you adopt from others, nor are they based on external pressures. Your core values are unique to you, and they are an essential part of your purpose. When you understand what your core values are, you start to understand yourself at a much deeper level, and you begin to see how these values can help lead you towards your life's purpose. One of the most powerful things about identifying your core values is that it gives you a clear sense of direction. If you don't know what matters most to you, it can feel like you're drifting through life without a compass, unsure of which direction to go. You might find yourself caught up in things that leave you feeling unfulfilled or even drained. But once you know what you value, it's like you've discovered a map for your life, a way to navigate through the choices and challenges that come your way. A simple way to do this is by asking yourself, what makes me happy and fulfilled? What gives me energy and makes me feel alive? What makes me proud of who I am? These questions may seem basic, but they are incredibly powerful when it comes to understanding what truly matters to you. When you find the answers to these questions, you will begin to uncover the things that align with your core values. And when you start living according to your values, you will naturally begin to feel a greater sense of purpose in your life. For example, ask yourself, what activities do I enjoy the most? What experiences make me feel like I'm living my best life? Maybe it's spending time with loved ones or helping people in need. Maybe it's being creative and expressing yourself through art, music, or writing. These experiences and feelings are deeply tied to your core values, and they can help reveal what's important to you. Let's consider an example to bring this into perspective. Imagine you are someone who feels happiest when helping others. Maybe you get a sense of deep fulfillment when you volunteer, or when you support people in your community. This could point to a core value of service or compassion. When you recognize that service is a core value of yours, you start to realize that your purpose may be linked to helping others, whether it's through your career, your volunteer work, or your personal relationships. This awareness helps you align your life with what matters most to you, and as a result, you feel more fulfilled and energized. On the other hand, let's say you feel an intense sense of purpose when you're creating art. Whether you're painting, drawing, writing, or composing music, you feel a deep connection to your creative work. This could be a sign that creativity is a core value for you. Understanding this about yourself can help guide you in the direction of pursuing a career or a life path that allows you to express yourself creatively. You may feel compelled to use your creative gifts to make a difference in the world, whether through art that inspires others, or by sharing your creativity in a way that connects with people on a deeper level. It's important to remember that your core values may evolve over time. The things that matter most to you today may not be the same things that matter to you 5 or 10 years from now, and that's completely normal. Life is an ongoing journey of self-discovery, and as we grow and change, so do our values. For example, in your younger years, you might have been driven by a desire for success and achievement, but as you get older, you may find that peace, family, and personal well-being have become more important to you. These shifts are natural and reflect the deeper understanding you gain about who you are as you go through life. This process of identifying your core values is ongoing, and it doesn't happen overnight. It requires deep self-reflection, openness, and a willingness to examine your life from different angles. But once you begin to understand what you truly care about, you'll find that the world opens up to you in new and exciting ways. When you live in alignment with your core values, everything you do feels more meaningful. Your work, your relationships, your personal growth, everything begins to fall into place. To make this process even clearer, let's look at a few more examples. Take someone who deeply values family and connection. For this person, Their life's purpose may center around building strong relationships and creating a sense of community. They might find their purpose in being a parent, a caregiver, or a community leader. They may be drawn to careers in education, counseling, or social work because these fields allow them to help build meaningful connections with others. Alternatively, imagine someone who values adventure and exploration. For this person, their life's purpose may be tied to experiencing the world and seeking out new challenges. They might find joy in travel, discovering new cultures, or taking on daring projects. Their purpose may lead them to the careers in travel exploration, or even entrepreneurship, where they can push boundaries and live an adventurous life. These examples demonstrate how your core values shape not only who you are, but also the direction your life takes. Understanding what you truly value helps you make decisions that bring you closer to living in alignment with your purpose. As you continue on your journey of self-discovery, remember that the process of identifying your core values is something that takes time. It's not about having everything figured out immediately. It's about being patient with yourself and allowing the answers to emerge as you live experience and reflect. By continuously asking yourself questions like, what brings me joy? What do I stand for? And what am I passionate about? You will start to uncover the unique aspects of your personality that point you toward your life's purpose. Ultimately, the key to discovering your purpose is understanding who you are at your core. When you know what matters most to you, you can begin to build a life that reflects those values. By following the path that aligns with your values, you not only awaken your purpose, but you also begin to experience a deeper sense of fulfillment, connection, and joy. So take the time to ask yourself the important questions, reflect on your experiences, and pay attention to the things that make you feel alive. This is where your journey of self-discovery begins, and it's the foundation for living a life full of meaning and purpose. The second part of awakening your life's purpose is listening to your intuition. Once you begin to understand your core values and what truly matters to you, the next step is to tune into your emotions and instincts, your intuition. The inner voice that often whispers to you in moments of decision is a powerful tool that can help guide you toward your purpose. It may not always be easy to listen to your intuition, especially in a world full of noise and distractions, but when you start paying attention to it, you'll realize just how much it can help you navigate through life. Intuition is often described as a gut feeling, a sense of knowing that doesn't come from logic or reasoning, but from a deeper place within you. It's the feeling you get when you know something is right, even if you can't explain why. It's that quiet voice inside you that tells you to move forward in one direction or step back from another. Many people ignore their intuition because they don't understand it, or they dismiss it as irrational. But intuition is far from irrational. It's deeply connected to your true self, your core values, and your subconscious mind. When you learn to trust and listen to your intuition, it becomes a powerful ally in your journey to discover your life's purpose. Emotions too play a crucial role in this process. Often we ignore or suppress our feelings because they seem too intense or uncomfortable to deal with. But our emotions are a form of communication signaling to us what feels right and what doesn't. When we experience joy, excitement, or peace, it's often a sign that we're aligned and/or with our true self, that we're doing something that reflects our values and purpose. Conversely, when we feel anxious, stressed, or uneasy, it may be a sign that something isn't right or that we're straying from our path. Too often we try to push aside uncomfortable emotions or dismiss them as unimportant. We might think, I shouldn't feel this way, or I just need to power through this. But in doing so, we ignore the very signals that could help us find our true direction. Instead of suppressing your emotions, try to get curious about them. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is this emotion trying to tell me? The more you tune into your feelings, the better you'll become at understanding your needs, desires, and ultimately your life's purpose. Let's break this down a bit more. Imagine you're about to make a big decision in your life. Maybe it's a career move, a relationship, or a new project. You might feel a sense of excitement, anticipation, or even nervousness. These emotions are important because they reflect how your decision aligns with your values and desires. If you're excited and energized, it could be a sign that you're on the right path, one that resonates with your true self. However, if you're feeling uneasy or anxious, it could be a signal that something is off, that this decision might not align with your values or long-term goals. Your emotions don't always come in the form of clear-cut answers, but they can guide you toward greater self-awareness. For instance, if you're in a situation that makes you feel drained, unmotivated, or unhappy, it might be time to reassess whether that situation truly aligns with who you are and what you want from life. On the other hand, if you're doing something that brings you joy, sparks your creativity, or gives you a sense of fulfillment, it's a good sign that you're in alignment with your purpose. Many people have experienced a strong feeling of clarity when they engage in activities that they love. Perhaps you've experienced the joy of working on a project that excites you, or felt a deep sense of satisfaction after helping someone in need. Those moments are powerful indicators that you are connecting with your deeper purpose. Likewise, if you've ever felt discomfort or resistance when you're doing something that doesn't feel right for you, that's also your intuition speaking to you. It's telling you that something isn't in harmony with your true self. For example, imagine you're someone who has always been passionate about helping others. You might find that you feel energized and fulfilled when you're volunteering at a local shelter or offering support to someone in need. The joy you feel in these moments is an emotional and intuitive signal that helping others is an important part of your life's purpose. It may even motivate you to pursue a career or path that allows you to make a greater impact in the lives of others. Your emotions and intuition are guiding you toward what truly matters to you. On the other hand, let's say you're in a job that doesn't align with your values or passions. Despite the outward success, good salary, stable position, and social recognition, you might feel drained, unhappy, or unfulfilled. If you're constantly feeling anxious or stressed in your work, these emotions are your body's way of telling you that this path might not be right for you. Perhaps you're meant to be doing something that aligns more with your creative abilities, your passion for learning, or your desire to contribute to a cause that is meaningful to you. In situations like these, it's important to listen to your emotions and intuition, even if it means making a difficult decision. Maybe it's time to explore a new career path or take a leap of faith and pursue something that aligns more closely with your core values. This may seem daunting, but your emotions and intuition will help you navigate this process if you trust them. A real-life example of this might be someone who feels a strong sense of discomfort every time they try to push themselves into a high-powered corporate job despite the external pressures to succeed in that field. Their gut might tell them that the stress and fast pace of that lifestyle are not worth the sacrifices, and their emotions may be signaling that they're meant to do something more aligned with their values, such as working with people in a nurturing or creative role. It may take time, but listening to these cues can help them discover a path that truly aligns with their purpose. Listening to your emotions and intuition doesn't mean making decisions based on impulse or fleeting feelings. It's about tuning in and being aware of the signals your body and mind are sending you. Emotions and intuition are a compass helping you stay on track with your life's purpose. It's not always easy and it's not always comfortable, but learning to trust these internal guides can help you make choices that lead you closer to your true self. As you move forward in your journey to awakening your life's purpose, remember to take the time to reflect on your emotions and listen to your intuition. They are your inner wisdom, helping you navigate the complexities of life. When you make decisions based on what truly feels right for you, you'll find that you're living in alignment with your purpose. This connection to your deeper self is where fulfillment, peace, and a sense of direction truly begin. So trust your feelings, trust your instincts, and let them guide you toward the path that is meant for you. Finally, once you've understood your values and listened to your intuition, the next step is to open yourself up to change. Many times we become fixated on a certain path or idea of what our life's purpose should be. We set expectations for ourselves based on what we think we should do or what society tells us we should aspire to. We create a vision for our future and assume that the person we are today is the person we will always be. But the truth is that your life's purpose may not be what you initially thought, and it may evolve over time. What you believe to be your purpose at one point in your life may shift and change as you grow and gain more life experience. This doesn't mean you failed or that you were wrong. It simply means that you're discovering more about yourself and that your journey is unfolding in new and exciting ways. Change can be intimidating, and the thought of stepping into the unknown can be daunting. But embracing change is a crucial part of finding and living your life's purpose. When you allow yourself to be open to new experiences, new perspectives, and new opportunities, you give yourself the chance to evolve into the person you are meant to be. Life is not a static thing, and neither are we. We are constantly learning, adapting, and changing based on the experiences we encounter. The more you resist change, the more you limit yourself from discovering your true purpose. On the other hand, when you embrace change with an open heart and mind, you give yourself permission to grow into the best version of yourself. Don't be afraid of change. Change can bring new opportunities, and every new step you take can help you discover your true purpose. Whether it's a new job, a new relationship, a new environment, or even a new mindset, each change offers the potential for growth. Sometimes we get stuck in our ways, clinging to the familiar because it feels safe and comfortable. But safety and comfort can often prevent us from experiencing the fullness of what life has to offer. When we stay in our comfort zones, we miss out on the experiences that could lead us to new insights about ourselves and the world around us. By embracing change, we step out of our comfort zones and into new possibilities, and this is where the magic happens. Let's talk about the opportunities that change can bring. Change can lead us to explore new passions and interests we never thought we'd have. It can push us to confront fears and limiting beliefs that have been holding us back. It can help us realize strengths and abilities we didn't know we had. Change forces us to evolve, and in the process we become more in tune with our life's purpose. There are countless stories of people who have made significant changes in their lives only to discover that their true purpose was something entirely different from what they initially imagined. Take, for example, someone who spent years working in a corporate job only to feel unfulfilled and disconnected from their true desires. After years of struggling with the dissatisfaction of their career, they decided to make a bold move and explore something completely different. Perhaps they decided to go back to school, start their own business, or pursue a creative endeavour they had always dreamed of. Through this change, they discovered a new sense of purpose, one that aligned more closely with their core values and passions. This person might have initially believed their purpose was tied to climbing the corporate ladder and achieving professional success. But through the experience of change, they came to realize that their true purpose was in creating something of their own, something that allowed them to use their creativity and passion to help others. This shift didn't happen overnight, but through the process of embracing change and exploring new possibilities, they found the path that truly suited them. There are many people who, after trying many different jobs or pursuing different paths, eventually realize that they want to work in a field they had never considered before. These shifts in direction can be scary, but they are often the result of self-discovery and growth. Sometimes it takes trying different things to figure out what resonates with you. It's important to remember that finding your purpose is not about following a straight line from point A to point B. Instead, it's about embracing the winding, sometimes unpredictable path that leads you toward greater understanding of who you are and what you want to contribute to the world. For example, there are many stories of people who started their careers in one field only to realize later that their true passion lay elsewhere. Perhaps someone started in the medical field only to find themselves more drawn to education or teaching. Or maybe someone who began a career in finance realized they had a deep interest in sustainable development and environmental issues, prompting a complete career shift. This is a beautiful reminder that it's okay to change direction. You're not defined by your past choices. You're constantly evolving. And with each change, you get closer to discovering your authentic self and your true purpose. This openness to change also applies to your personal growth. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that the person you are today is the person you will always be. But you have the ability to grow, to transform, and to reinvent yourself at any stage of your life. Just because you've chosen one path in the past doesn't mean that path is the only option available to you moving forward. You can redefine who you are at any moment, and when you do so with the intention of aligning with your true values and purpose, you set yourself on a path that is more fulfilling and meaningful. A key part of embracing change is letting go of the fear of failure. Many people resist change because they fear making mistakes or taking risks. But failure is not something to be afraid of. It's an essential part of growth. When you embrace change, you inevitably face challenges, but it is through overcoming these challenges that you learn more about yourself and your purpose. Every misstep, every setback is an opportunity to learn and refine your understanding of what matters most to you. The more you can shift your perspective on failure and see it as a valuable part of the journey, the more confident you will become in embracing change and stepping into new opportunities. Take the example of someone who has always worked in a traditional stable job, only to decide to take a risk and start their own business. At first, it might feel terrifying, the fear of failure, the uncertainty of whether they'll succeed. But through this change, they may discover an entrepreneurial spirit they never knew they had. They may learn new skills, meet new people, and find new ways to contribute to the world in ways they had never imagined. The process of embracing change in this way could lead them to their true purpose, one that is more aligned with their passion and values. Another example could be someone who spent years working in a job that didn't inspire them, but took a leap of faith and decided to go back to school or pursue a completely different career path. They might have been afraid of the unknown or worried about the financial implications of their decision, but through that change they discover a new calling. It could be anything from teaching to writing to social work or even something entrepreneurial. What matters is that they embraced change, took the risk, and gave themselves permission to pursue something they truly loved. Remember, life is not meant to be static. Change is not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. Every new opportunity, every new direction, and every new step you take is part of the process of discovering your true purpose. Don't be afraid to let go of the old to make room for the new. The person you're becoming is the person you are meant to be. Keep your heart open to the possibilities that change can bring, and trust that each step you take is leading you closer to your authentic self and the life you are meant to live. So the first step to awakening your life's purpose is to understand yourself. Listen to your emotions and intuition, and be open to change that brings new opportunities. Discovering your purpose is not something that happens overnight. It's a journey, one that takes time, self-reflection, and a willingness to evolve. The road to finding your purpose might seem unclear at times, and there may be moments where you feel lost or uncertain. But every small step you take on this journey brings you closer to living a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Understanding yourself, identifying your core values, and learning to listen to your emotions and intuition are essential components of this journey. Once you embrace change and remain open to the possibilities that life presents, you will start to see the path unfold before you. Remember, the journey to discovering your purpose is never easy, but it is worth every moment. The more you reflect, the more you align your actions with what matters most to you, and the more you embrace new opportunities, the closer you get to uncovering what truly makes your life meaningful. Even though there will be obstacles and challenges along the way, each step forward is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The key is to stay patient, trust yourself, and recognize that every experience, every decision, and every change is a part of your journey toward understanding your purpose. Start today and begin looking at your life through a new lens. Take the time to explore who you truly are, what you value, and what brings you joy. Discover your core values and start making choices that align with those values. It's okay to take small steps and even change direction if something doesn't feel right. This is your life, and you have the power to shape it according to what matters most to you. Don't be afraid to explore what truly makes you happy. Embrace the idea that your life's purpose is not set in stone, but is something you can continue to discover and redefine as you grow. As you begin this journey, trust that you are already on the right path. Every question you ask, every emotion you acknowledge, and every opportunity you explore is a piece of the puzzle that will lead you to a life full of purpose and meaning. It's a lifelong journey, but it's one that's worth embarking on. There's no right or wrong way to discover your purpose. What matters is that you're willing to take that first step and continue moving forward no matter where the path leads. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. I want to continue helping you on your journey of self-discovery and purpose. Leave a comment below and share with me what the first step you'll take in your journey to discovering your life's purpose is. I'd love to hear your thoughts and see how you're beginning to awaken your purpose. Together we can continue to grow, learn and create lives that are full of meaning and fulfillment.